Hello kittens, welcome back. So, last game dev stream we were developing a multiplayer game using the Godot game engine. And we've got our basic movement mechanics done, as well as our pickup mechanic. So we got a little bit stuck with the positioning of the chain that follows the player. I've done a bit of thinking and I think I know what the problem is, so we should be able to fix that soon. So once we get that movement mechanic done, then we'll start to move on to the Elixir multiplayer side of things. And what we'll be doing is trying to get a random game state generated at the beginning of each game to position the items. And then we will get player movement transmitting over that socket connection. So that's sort of the goal of this day's stream. If you were watching previously, be aware, Mondays and Wednesdays we do business and app development. So those projects don't carry on each day. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays we do game development, which is a little bit more fun. So let's get started. Okay, so let me just check a couple of things. All right, so let's have a look at where we got to last time, and then we'll figure out where to go next. Okay, so we've got this simple player here, and what I'm just gonna turn the CPU particles back on. Okay. Oh, sorry. It's this one here. Okay, so what we've got so far is a simple gravity force and a sort of racing car control scheme. However, it's slightly different because there's no friction, or not a lot of friction. And the mechanic is that you can collect these letters, which are supposed to form like a chain behind the player. Unfortunately, we weren't positioning them correctly, so they just all sort of chain up behind the player. And it seems like the whole string of the player is getting added each time instead of individual letters, which I think should be easy to fix. In fact, both issues I can see being quite easy to fix. So we expect this to be a bit of like a snake game, but obviously that's not working with the tail working the way it does. Okay. Pardon me. Okay, so this is the where we got to with the chain code. And what I think was happening incorrectly is that we were attaching to the wrong node. So let's have a look again at the way our scene is set up. So if we have a look at our chain scene, this is going to represent the chain itself, like the beginning of the chain, right? And this here, we've got our pin joint here, and we've also got this link position. So this link position is actually just an empty node, but what it will mean is we can use that to connect our following joints, right? And then, so that's the chain. So this is like the parent object, which is going to, how do we say, contain the tail, the chain. And then we've got these like little inner things called chain links, and they're very similar. They've got this joint here. They've got some simple chain-like graphics, and then they've got another link position node just down here. So what I think we're going to do, and the reason why the chain isn't working, is that we're attaching the nodes to each other, but in reality we should be adding the chain links into the chain, but connecting the pin joint instead of to the whole chain link to just this little pointer here. So that's what I think we've got to do. So let's have a look at that. And actually I can visualize this. So if we open up, is that the pin joint? Yeah. So every pin joint has two nodes. So node A, we're always going to make the current scene, and then the node B is dynamic, right? So we never know exactly what we're going to connect to this in each individual chain link. So yeah, let's have a look at the code. Okay, so what we do here is whenever we pick up a new character, we call this createLink function with the character, and we instance the link, we apply the character, and then what we do is we add that link as a child to the chain scene or the chain node. Then what we're going to do is we're going to find the next link target. So I think, all right, so I think this is essentially what we want here. So the new link target, right? Okay. So, link position to global. Okay. So we've got our target chain link, right? And we have this link position, which if we go back to the editor, that should be just this empty node that we set up, right? So the chain has a link position and the chain link has a link position. So okay, so I think I just want to verify that that link position is actually getting found. I'm not sure what the local variable link is declared but never used. Right, so new link dot position is supposed to equal link position. Oh, I see. New link. Okay, let's just double check this local. Transforms the provided global position into a position local. Yep, okay, local to yep, that makes sense. Okay, so what we're saying is that the new link should probably just be equal to new link dot to local, right? And then what we actually want to do is grab the link position dot global position. So let's see if that works. So what we're doing here, right, is because every node in Godot has a position relative to all of its parents. Because these things aren't necessarily the same, have the same nesting, we need to essentially convert this link's position to global and then convert it back into a local position relative to this new link. So I'm hoping that will work. Okay, well, that doesn't seem like a good sign. No, the same thing is still happening. Okay, so let's just verify what's happening. Well, I think we can maybe look into the issue with the letters. That should be... Actually, no, let's just keep on this problem for now. Okay, so that was... I did think that was the fix. I was pretty confident that was going to fix it. Okay, so let's just put a breakpoint in here so that we can look at the state of things whenever we finish adding the first link. Okay. Okay, so we've got some errors. Function, oh yeah. Okay. So the link position is this object at 0.85, right? And the new link, right? It has a character of t, which makes sense. It has a joint here, and it's linked to the chain, which it shouldn't be. Okay, I think I know the problem here. So it's actually setting the node. Okay, so we've got this attached to target function on our chain links, and I believe, where is it? Oh yeah, we're looking at it. Attached to target find node, new link. Oh, huh. So on the chain, so the target, the new link to attach to target. New link is a link instance. Oh yeah, okay. So what we don't actually want to do here is that. So we want to get